Hi, good morning, good afternoon. This is my channel, Lead with Love. And today I'm going to talk about karmic. What is a karmic? A karmic relationship, a karmic partner, a karmic parent. I'm not going to get too much into it. I'm just going to kind of describe like what is a karmic. 11 undeniable signs you're in a karmic relationship. And then 19 signs of a toxic relationship and what to do if you're in one. I'm going to put the links in the description box so you can go and you can look at it on your own. I'm going to talk about it because I would, I would post. I would post about it. I would post about a karmic. I would post about a soulmate, a twin flame. I would post about all these things. Nobody reads. Nobody reads. Nobody knows. They be like, oh my gosh, she's crazy. What is she talking about? I'm like, you know what? I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk about it. Because people really do need to know. Like, you are in a karmic relationship and you don't even know it. You don't even know that you're in a karmic relationship. So, I want to explain what, excuse me. Well, I'll just do the 11 signs that you are in a karmic relationship. A karmic relationship, you'll feel like this is your person. This is the person that you're supposed to be with. This is your forever person. This is your soulmate. No. This person is brought to you. In this world, a karmic is supposed to teach you a lesson. They're supposed to teach you a lesson that you did not learn in your past life. So it's something that you didn't do, or something that you keep doing the same way and you never learn your lesson. You never change. You never do what you're supposed to do, and you end up stuck with a karmic. So I'll explain. A karmic relationship is a passionate relationship. All this passion, that's a lot of sex. Because passionate relationship that is full of turbulence, that is rocky, that could mean like you're always arguing, you're always fighting. That's makeup to breakup, that's what that is. Karmic relationships are related to karma. Karma, in a sense, because they are thought of as a relationships that we need in our lives in order to grow. So it's a relationship that's supposed to teach you. It's supposed to teach you something that you're supposed to change about yourself as a person. Like, what are your boundaries? What are you going to accept? Like, if someone doesn't treat you right, they don't talk to you right, and like you're going to accept it, like this is okay for you, it's karmic. These relationship tests, it tests us in our understanding of love. Love and relationships. The thinking goes that karmic relationships evolve out of unresolved past life issues. So it's something that was going on in your past life. It's something that you already went through and you did not pass the test in the past life. So now you're here in this life, and you're going through the same thing all over again. And you're supposed to be aware of this. Like, you're supposed to think. You're supposed to be like, you know what? I don't want to do this. I don't want to deal with this shit. Like, I'm not doing this. But, we never learn. When we deal with shit, and then you end up stuck. But the thinking goes that karmic relationships evolved out of unresolved issues in the past. These relationships teach you lessons and point you to the right direction. So then you're supposed to learn your lesson, and then you're supposed to go and do the right thing. That's what a karmic is supposed to do. Karmic relationships can feel all-consuming and magnetic, but are often characterized by highs and lows. People often mistake karmic relationships for being soulmate relationships because of intense feelings that both partners feel at the very beginning of the relationship. But unlike soulmate relationships, karmic relationships are not meant to be and are often very short-lived, short-lived, because you're not supposed to be together. You're supposed to learn a lesson. You're supposed to learn a lesson. This person is supposed to teach you. They're going to treat you like shit. And you have to know, like, I don't want this person treating me like shit. Like, I don't want, no, I'm not doing this to myself. And you walk away. You learn your lesson and you walk away from it. Some people don't learn. They don't want to learn their lesson, so they stay. So they stay with the karmic. And then they end up stuck. They have babies. Those babies are karmic children. Then you have a karmic child because you stayed with the karmic. We love them anyway. We love them anyway because they're ours. They're your children, so you're going to love them. So these relationships often start in a whirlwind. They can end just as quickly as they started. While karmic relations can feel intoxicating in the early stages, they are often not healthy in the long term and often don't last long term to begin with. Like, you want to get out of there so fast, but then you're stuck. You're stuck with them. You either got this hoe pregnant, or you have children, or she's in the family, or even the guy. The guy could be toxic. You could be stuck with his kid. Then he don't want to leave, and then it's just hell. And you're like, oh my God, like, how am I gonna get out of this? It's a part of life, and you're gonna learn, even if it's the hard way. You're gonna learn. Karmic relationships, unless they fundamentally change, are doomed. Doomed. You know what doomed is? It's doomed to fail. Like, it's not going to last. It's not going to work out. It's doomed to fail. Karmic relationships have patterns of breakup and makeup. Like, you always break up, make up, have a lot of sex, make up, break up, have a lot of... It's a mess. But you stay, you choose to stay. In the early stages, patterns are able to easily overlook each other's flaws. So you can see the signs, like, this person is not a good person for me. I shouldn't be with this person, but you end up staying. Couples that are in a karmic relationships often don't realize that they are in a karmic relationship, which can cause them to feel frustrated when things don't work out because they feel very compatible with each other, with their partner, despite being it's obvious that you're not right for each other. You're unsuitable for each other. You don't belong together, but you stay. Karmic relationships can be emotionally exhausting, so it's important to recognize the signs of a karmic relationship so that you can get out. And I'm going to explain in this, I'm trying to make it short, but I'm already 8 minutes in. But, I'm going to, 10 signs, 10 undeniable signs that you are in a karmic relationship. So there's an instant connection, like you instantly feel connected to the person. You feel like, oh, this is my person. Oh, this is my soulmate. I done found my soulmate. Like, oh my God, they love me. They don't love you. But, we're just happy that you finally found someone, and they're just thoughts. When you're in a karmic relationship, you feel as if you have an instant connection to your new partner, whether it's love at first sight, some immediate chemistry, like it's chemistry, it's sex. Sex usually brings you together, or more low-key feeling at the beginning of the relationship. You will likely feel drawn to your partner from a very early point in the relationship. This is because the two of you may have met in a past life and are being drawn together through karma and energy. This explains why you instantly bond or have things in common. So you can bond with each other, you can feel this instant connection, but that doesn't mean that this is your person. Everything takes time. Once you get to know what's going on, you'll see this person is karmic. This is not my soulmate. Hell no. This is a karmic. A karmic soulmate. But all right, that's first. Instant connection. You feel instantly connected to the person. But then you always have drama. It's lots of drama. It's always something going on. It's always some bullshit. Like, oh my God. Whatever. Learning how to reflect on the situations, acknowledge the patterns can take time. So it's going to take time for you to realize, like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. A lot of drama and emotions. The interconnection that brought you and your partner together will bring out a lot of emotions to the relationships that can create a lot of drama. The drama, it often causes like the makeup and breakup. Like you break up, you make up, you have a lot of sex, and it's a typical karmic relationship. You feel addicted to this person, like you don't want to let them go, you want to be with them all the time. You and your partner were drawn to each other for a reason, and this reason keeps you in the relationship, even if you recognize that it is unhealthy. Like, this is not good for my mental health. But just stay together. You have lots of highs and lows. You have lots of highs and lows because you argue, you fight, you know. So it's, you love each other, but then you hate each other at the same time. And you stay together. So then is highs and lows. You and your partner might be a great fit for one another on the surface. So it may look like you're good together, or everyone is going to be like, oh, you two look so great together, or you belong together. Oh my God. Y'all should stay together. But which can lead to high highs. And lots of fun and passion. Passion is sex. Like, you have a lot of sex. But because you are not truly compatible for one another, these highs will peak and become very low points. So it's like you can be so happy. Everything can be so great. And then when you're feeling a little fucked up, it's like at your lowest point. And it's just like, damn, like you don't want to feel like that. So that's the low point. Remember that karmic relationships are often about learning. So even if these highs and lows are exhausting, they are teaching you a lot about tolerance and wants and needs in a relationship. They are codependent. Karmic relationships is a codependency. So codependency in couples in the early stages. You may feel so drawn to each other that you develop a codependency. You lose sight of your own personality aside from the relationship. Codependency looks like spending every minute of the day together, looking to your partner to help make decisions, and foregoing your natural instincts. So, like, you won't even know how to make up your own mind. Like, you'll need the other person, your partner, the karmic, to help you make a decision. Like, you can't even think for yourself. It's crazy. And then you'll want to please them. You want to please them all the time. So you'll do whatever just to please them. Codependency is unhealthy and can lead to other unhealthy habits in a relationship. If you and your partner are codependent, this is a sign that you are in a karmic relationship. Communication, honesty, and respect take time to build. And we can sometimes get lost along the way. But another sign, it brings out the worst in you. Karmic relationships can make you do the things that you don't want to do. So you drink more. You do drugs. You never did drugs, but this person did drugs. So, you want to do it together. You do it together. Now you're doing bad things together. You hang out more often. Like, you have bad habits, and then they just get worse. And then you get, I don't know. Let's go. Karmic relationships are not healthy relationships. In a healthy relationship, partners lift each other up and make each other better. In karmic relationships, the worst often comes out in people. This is because partners are fearful of losing what they have, or fearful of a high in the relationship turning into a low. So you're fearful of being disappointed or hurt or whatever. This can cause feelings of jealousy and possessiveness, in addition to other toxic feelings and qualities. Damn, that's fucked up. You never feel settled. You never feel at ease. And then you're always scared of how it's going to end. Fearful. You're fearful of the relationship ending. you're scared. Like, you don't want the person to break up with you. But it's like, I don't know, constant feel of fearful of how the relationship will end. Karmic relationships are volatile. Volatile is violent. The relationship can get violent and unpredictable, which means that what starts out as a little disagreement can get blown into a relationship ending in dispute. That's like arguing, fighting, you want to whip out the knife, or you do something crazy. It's a karmic relationship. Like, you're not supposed to be in it, period. If you feel as if you are always waiting for the shoe to drop, you're always waiting for something to happen in your relationship, then this is a sign that you are in a karmic relationship. Repetitive behavior. Repetitive behavior is like, it's the same shit. Like, you gotta keep going through the same things and nothing changes. It's the same shit every day. This type of repetitive behavior often leads to having the same fights. You fight about the same shit. You argue about the same shit. Like, nothing changes. Remember that couples in a karmic relationships are not necessarily that compatible. So you don't even get along with each other, which can lead to lots of disagreements and mismatched behaviors and expectations. Being in a relationship is even harder when you're super compatible with your partner. So you can be compatible, but then it's never easy. Relationships are not easy. So the incompatibility associated with karmic relationship leads to tons of fights. You're always fighting. You're not always getting along, often over the same thing over and over and over. You argue about the same shit, which leads to breakup, to makeup. Figuring out what's right for you in your love life can be challenging, but you will figure it out. You have to take time. You have to think. You have to calm down. The karmic relationship leaves you feeling exhausted, like you're tired. You don't want to do this anymore, but you don't want to leave. So you're stuck. The uneasiness and volatility is volatile. It's violence. It's a lot of fighting. It's arguing. It can get physical. Associated with a karmic relationship can take a toll on a person's emotional, mental, and physical health, and they will try to and deal with the stress of bad relationship. If you're in a bad relationship and it's causing you to feel completely worn out, that is a sign. It is a warning sign, a red flag. You're in a karmic relationship. It does not last. The relationship never lasts. Like, you always leave. Like, I don't want to be with you no more. And you always break up. But then you always come back. You always come back. So the karmic relationships are the hardest to leave, to break away from, because it's like trauma bonding from all the arguing, fighting, the not getting along, it can be abusive, it can be violence, codependent, like, it's a lot of drama. It's a lot of drama. And it can leave you fucked up. Like, you can be messed up for years after dealing with a karmic. They could just have you all messed up. It does not last. One of the most undeniable signs of a karmic relationship is when inevitably, ultimately, lastly, the relationship comes to an end. Karmic relationships are not the deal and will not stand the test of time. Damn that word. Volatility. It's violence. That's what that means. It's just violence, the drama, and the general surface level compatibility will eventually end the relationship because it's fake. Like, you're playing a game to please everyone else around you, and you hate each other's guts in real time. Like, when you're with this person, it's like, ugh, like, you can't stand this person. But when you're around other people, you want to act like everything is fine, everything's perfect, everything is great. And it's all bullshit. Like, you can't stand each other. But those were like the 11 signs that you are in a karmic relationship. Toxic relationships are the same way, because most karmic relationships are toxic. You have to know when you're in a bad relationship, signs of a toxic relationship. You're constantly sacrificing your own needs. You feel erased or invisible. That means no help, no support from your partner. Treats you like nothing, and you're lonely. It's lonely. So how can you be in a relationship and feel lonely? Like, how can you be with someone and feel lonely? And you bring out the worst in each other. Spending time with them leaves you drained. Like, you spend time with them and you feel worse than you did when you before you got there. It's toxic. There's uneven give and take. That means you could always be giving and they're always taking, but they don't give you shit. They don't do nothing for you. It's like taking advantage of you, taking advantage of your kindness or your weakness. You probably have a weak spot for this person. One or both partners are controlling. That's the narcissism. That's codependency. That's when it's bad. When one of them is controlling. Jealousy. You feel isolated, like they want to keep you in a little box, away, hidden from anyone. You don't have no friends. There are issues like substance abuse. That means you're using drugs. It fucks up your mental, your mind. Most karmic relationships has black magic in it. There's a lack of respect. You don't respect each other. Emotional, psychological abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, gaslighting. That's the bullshit. Like, they tell you, oh, I love you, oh, I care for you, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. They never do it. You can't even communicate effectively. And then you resent the person. Resent them, you can hate them. But then you're still with them. It's crazy. But that's a karmic. That's toxic. It's clinical. If you're in a toxic relationship that's been going on for a while, you may have noticed a pattern emerge. Things never go smoothly for long. You aren't surprised when when it starts to get toxic. You're not surprised that it got to that point. Yet for some reason, you can't walk away. You stay with them. And one person always makes all the decisions. So you never make decisions together. Is one person says this is how it is and that's it, and you don't even want to hear what the other person has to say. And your friends and family don't approve. And then when your friends and family do approve, it's because they're also karmic. So they approve. They approve of the karmic. Damn. I'm going to put the articles in the description box. 11 undeniable signs you're in a karmic relationship. And 19 signs of a toxic relationship and what to do if you're in one. I would talk about myself and being in a toxic relationship, being with a narcissist, being in a codependent relationship, and how you got out. Like, how did I get out of that? But I'll talk about that another time, because this is going 24 minutes in, and I just really wanted to talk about a karmic. I just wanted you to be aware of a karmic. What is a karmic? Are you with a karmic? Are you in a karmic relationship? I just want you to know, because you can write about it, you hear people talking about it, but then you don't really know what a karmic is. So that's what I was talking about today. 24:35 is my time. So leave it love. Do everything out of love. And thank you for listening. And we'll talk again later. Bye.